Hi everyone, Leanne here from Jada Blossom, and it is time for their Black Friday mini release and sale. Hey, so I'm using Jada Blossom's brand new Build-A-Booth gnome add-ons, the Gnomes for Sale stamp set that's brand new, our Girl Gnome dies, our Gnome Dies sign add-ons, our Build-A-Booth die, and our Gnome Dies Gnome Face add-ons 1. And I do have that booth already built. Remember, you could check out how to do that. There's a Build-A-Booth assembly video. And I also already assembled these little gnome decorations. And there is a Build-A-Booth gnome add-ons assembly video, so check that out. So first I'm going to stamp a sentiment from that Gnomes for Sale stamp set that's new onto this Papertrek white cardstock that I cut that little die, the little sign die cut from the original Build-A-Booth dies. And I'm going to stamp that in VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink. There we go. So it says, keep calm and love gnomes. There we are. So this will be kind of a fun little booth, right? So I find that the Misty should be your best friend. I use it for all my stamping. And it sort of keeps me from making mistakes all the time. At least that's how I feel. So first I have a piece of paper here. This is the Lots of Love 12-inch paper line from Doodlebug. And it's just kind of some lovey clouds with little hearts dripping down. I thought it was a perfect background. So first I have a piece of Papertrek Papertrek craft cardstock cut at 4.25 by 11, scored at 5.5 inches to make an A2 size card. Then I'm adding on the Doodlebug cloud paper that's 1/8 of an inch smaller. Then I'm going to add a piece of Neenah Solarite 80-pound cardstock to the inside, cut at 4 by 5.25 inches. And then I'm going to add a 1-inch strip of that same cloud paper to the inside. Just sort of on the lower, just kind of on the bottom of my card there. And there we are. Fun stuff. Okay, so next I'm going to use our freebie for this release, and it's called Gnome Card Stamp Set. So I'm going to stamp on the back of my card. I'm going to stamp this cute little gnome and this adorable little sentiment. Now remember, Jada Blossom often has freebies for the releases. There's some rules on how to get that freebie, so check that out over on their site. So I'm going to stamp on the back of my card with some VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink. There we go. Super cute. And it basically says, I made you, what was it? I made you a card as an apology for my gnome obsession. So it's just kind of fun. So remember that VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink is not Copic friendly, so be very careful if you're going to tap in some color. And I'm just using a Copic in R29, and I'm just kind of carefully coloring that in. Do not touch the lines. And I'm going to color in the other things with a Secure White Jelly Roll pen in a number 10. And isn't that fun? I'm going to add some stripes to his beard while I'm at it. And because this isn't a main image, I didn't want to spend a lot of time coloring it. But I thought it would be fun to add, to add a little something, right? So there we go. Then I'll add a little highlight to his hat. And there you have it. Okay, so next I'm going to add my little Build-A-Booth. Now, I put my Build-A-Booth together using Geeman Tyndall wood grain craft cardstock that I originally got from cutcardstock.com. It's just a wood grain craft colored cardstock. And then I used my Sakura black glaze pen to color in the little nail spots. And it gives it a little bit of shine and a little bit of dimension, so it's just kind of fun. Okay, so there is my sign, and I'm going to stick that down with some ATG tape. Just kind of on an angle, because why not, right? There we are. Oh, I had a little boo-boo, so I'm just going to fix it with my Secure White Jelly Roll pen. Next, I'm going to add my little gnomes, my little gnome banner, and I'm going to pop these little gnomes up with a with a Stampin' Up! Dimensional. There we go. And then I'll add a half a one above that, just so it has a little bit of dimension, but I will glue the little ties down. There we are. Now remember, like I said, I do have a Build-A-Booth gnome add-ons assembly video that you can check out, and a little, sort of a little tip on how to give that little girl gnome a face if you'd like to do that. There we are. And now I'm going to stick these gnomes down. And isn't that cute? I just think these are so adorable. The little hats are from Doodlebug's Gingham Linen. The skin is P13 Stamping Pad Skin Tones. Remember, you can get that over at the Jada Blossom store. Just trying to get this straight. And their little beards and hair were cut from American Crafts brown cardstock. But everything will be listed on my blog. Okay, so next I'm going to add 2 more little gnomes to the top. You see that girl on the top actually has a face. And remember, you can watch my Build-A-Booth gnome add-ons video to check that out. Next, I'm going to stamp one of the little sentiments on our Gnome Dies sign add-ons. There we go. So it says Gnome Addict. And isn't that fun? And now I'm going to stick it down. So first I cut it out of Papertrey Ink Craft cardstock, and then I cut it out of Papertrey Ink Pure Poppy cardstock for the red. And I will add the string on top, cut from that Pure Poppy again. Using Bearly Art glue. And I like to weight it down in between with an acrylic block just to make sure it dries nice and flat. There we are. And then next we will add on that, I'm going to add another layer to that sign just to make it a little bit more sturdy. And now I'm going to pop in a brad. Now these are from my stash. I don't even remember the brand, but it's a little black brad. And I'm just going to use my Tim Holtz piercing tool, or my little poker tool, and poke a hole through my background there. And then I can add a little brad to make it look like the brad is hanging, or that little sign is hanging from the little brad. Just makes it a little bit more fun. There we are. And isn't that cute? I'm just going to slip a little dimensional under there, and of course it sticks down to where I don't want it. I'm just going to slide that underneath. There we go. And now I'm going to take some little tiny hearts and from Shape Sprinkles from Doodlebug. So the one set is called Winter Hugs and the other set is called Tiny Hearts. So I'm just using little kind of aqua colored hearts. And then I'm going to use red ones, alternating on the hats of the boys. And I just thought this looked so cute. And I kind of hoard these shape sprinkles, so I try to use them when I can. Otherwise, I'm gonna, they're gonna find my body under like tons of shape sprinkles in my crafting room. There we go. So that is how it looked. So thank you so much for stopping by. Be sure to hop on over to the Jada Blossom blog, Be Inspired by the Team, the Jada Blossom store to get your hands on this release, and also to shop the awesome sale. And thanks as always for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. Make sure to come back and watch another one soon. Bye, everybody.